So I got a call from one of our clients that has installed CNG from us. He called me and asked if I could fix the PCNG-i bus that was given to them. These buses are the pilot program, which is they are the first buses that was converted so that it will showcase how CNG operates. But the problem is many of these vehicles were not properly converted. When they are climbing hills, some of them are suffering from lack of power, while others are just not working properly at all. Although there are many of them that are working perfectly without any issue, but unfortunately this particular one falls into the category of those vehicles that are not working fine. So the client had called and asked his driver to bring it to us so that we can rectify it and see what was going on with it. With that being said, please like and subscribe so that you will help us keep making videos like this.
Yo, hello guys, and how are you all doing? So today we have a very special one. I don't know if I will be making an introduction at the background. I don't know yet, or I may just upload this directly. So we are still waiting for our kits. So we have 2 vehicles we are doing today. If you look right there, we are working on that particular Highlander. So, and after which we are working on this bus. Now this particular bus has been converted to CNG. In fact, it actually came from the factory with CNG. But this is not a factory converted vehicle. This is the PCNG-i vehicle that was given to these motorist people to help them in order for them to, these are the pilot program buses. So the problem with this particular one is the drivers are complaining whenever they are driving it. It has a sudden loss of power. Now, there are 2 problems that is particularly wrong with this vehicle. And this is why it doesn't matter if the vehicle was converted by a motor company, they can still make mistake. Everyone is going to mistake. So when I look at this particular vehicle, there is a lot of error that I saw in it. So I'm just going to start working on it. This is a brand new vehicle, by the way. And as time goes on, the performance will keep dropping over and over and over. But I'm going to try to rectify it as much as I can. And because we don't have the diagnostic schedule for this vehicle, but I will do the best I can now, which is just to position everything properly, and then probably in 2 weeks time we are going to fix the software part of it, because we don't have the diagnostic schedule now. I've already placed order for it. So without that being out of the way, this is what is going on. So this is the, don't mind my leg, I'm not wearing boots today because I need fresh air. So this is the problem with this vehicle. The first one is, if you look here, this is where they put the intake for the CNG manifold, and look at where the intake of the petrol is. You see this particular distance between the two, this small distance that you see can cause a lot of error, a lot of problem. So this particular thing that is here is supposed to be somewhere here, somewhere down here. I don't know if you can see, somewhere down here or somewhere here. Supposed to be somewhere here, not all the way here. And what this is going to do is it's going to make the vehicle to be working the way it's not supposed to work. It will be sometimes it will misfire, other times it will be consuming gas. So I think they noticed this error from when they were configuring the vehicle. So, but they could not fix it. I don't know if they could not fix it also. What they did was, I don't know if you can see inside of this injector here. Inside of this injector, I'm not sure you can see it. Let me see if I can on the lights. No, I can't. But inside of this injector, the nozzle hole has been drilled so wide that the vehicle is just pumping gas into the engine chamber. So this is how they were able to account for the delay they were supposed to be getting here. So that's why the vehicle is not misfiring. However, this is wrong, totally. This is wrong. The vehicle will be, there will be a lot of problem on this vehicle eventually, because first of all, you need to understand that CNG has a very high octane rating. So while it is very clean, the octane is very high. So during compression, it will be generating a lot of heat. And if you're dumping excess gas in it, it will be causing serious heating as time goes on. So I'm going to take this whole manifold apart, and then we'll start doing the correction. So I don't know how many of the PCNG-i buses they did like this, but this is the first one we've received. And I believe as time goes on, we are going to receive a lot of these vehicles if this is exactly what they did in the vehicle. So with that being said, let the work begin. Okay, so I have eventually opened, I wanted to remove the manifold before, and then so that I can correct the errors that was done in this vehicle. But there is something I found, and I think it would be much more easier for me to just work on it like this, and instead of me removing the entire manifold. So let me have the camera. So here is it. Let me show you what was wrong with this vehicle. So this is just the first side of it. So the first one is, if you look at this place here, although this one is not as bad, but this is bad. And in fact, of all of them, this one seems to be the one that is okay. I think this is the closest one to the intake, to the valve than the others. It's supposed to be this place here. I don't know if you can see here, not this one here. It's supposed to be this close to this place here. This is where it's supposed to be, not here, right? This one that is here is not supposed to be here. It's supposed to be either here or this place here, very close. Look at how far this one is from the intake, where it's supposed to be. This is very far. It's supposed to be here or here, but most likely here. It's supposed to be here. And this one is the worst among all of them. This one is supposed to be here. So with that being said, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to re-drill this and put them in the right and proper place. So when they've been installed in the right and proper place, the next thing I'm going to do is take this vehicle to all these people that does plastic melting, so that they can cover the excess oil, the remaining oil that is now useless. So with that being said, let's continue working. Okay, so to give a proper perspective, or to a proper display or perception of what I'm talking about why this is wrong. So let me have the camera. Now that have removed these are the nozzles. These are the nozzles for the intake. Not nozzles, but more or less like, yeah, the nozzles. The injectors goes through this. Now, this is the problem here. Now you can see, now that it has been removed, you have a good visual of what is going on here. Look at the distance between here and this place where it's supposed to have been. You see this small distance. In most cases, a lot of people think it doesn't matter. It matters a lot. This will cause what is known as late combustion, late injection, and this one is worse. Look at how far from here. Look at how far this one is compared to here. It is from here to here. Look at how far it is. So this is the number one problem with this vehicle. So once this has been rectified, Timothy, the very next thing now is we'll cover the excess oil up. Once that has been done, the next phase is to start tuning it on the software, which, as I've said earlier, I don't have the cable now, but the cable is going to come in 2 weeks. But with the way I'm going to do it now, the vehicle's performance is going to increase to some extent, after which then we'll recalibrate it, and we have to rectify the issue of it consuming gas, because this vehicle consumes too much gas. It has 200-liter type 2 tank. That is a lot of gas, about 50 SCM. And if this vehicle goes from Lagos to Ibadan and back, by the time it comes back to Lagos, the gas would have almost run out. So that is terrible. That is not supposed to happen. And I'm going to be rectifying that as well. With that being said, let me continue working.
Fire went out, lights went down. When you feel lost in your shadow, don't feel alone, don't scream so loud. We are living in this cruel world. broken but strong, gotta move on. You're not a bakery of life, equip my soul.
So right now I finished working on it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to the Panabita's friend's place, so that the vehicle is revving fine now, but it's not working perfectly as I want. So I will take it to the Panabita friend's place so that we can close the holes that are inside of the vehicle, because right now it is the RPM, as you can see, the RPM is around 1000 and it's not supposed to be here, so it should be lower than this. So with that being said, we are just going to go there right now and let's see how it goes. All right, so it is the second day right now and we are already done with this bus. So I was able to eventually take it to the Panabita's place to have it checked. So after not checked anyway, but more or less like to cover the holes, the extra holes that was in the manifold. And after that, the vehicle performance has changed. So it is no longer doing what it was doing before. So let me quickly give you a rundown what actually happened. I may have said it in the intro, I don't know, because I've not done the intro yet. So what happened is the owner of the driver that is driving this particular vehicle complains that whenever the vehicle comes to a sudden stop, there is a huge loss of power. If he's trying to accelerate back, the vehicle starts jerking, it starts misbehaving. Now I have driven it around for a while and I have not noticed any issue so far. After we fixed it, of course. So, but there is still some things that needs to be done. But that one will be done later, not now. And I don't think I'm going to make videos of that. We are going to have to recalibrate this vehicle because I noticed that in the lower RPM, there is a little bit of gas going into the chamber. So it causes the vehicle to lose power when there is sudden acceleration. So with that being said, I'm going to take you guys on a journey with me now. Not really far, we're just going to drive around the estate so that you can see that the vehicle is now working perfectly. So let's go. So right now I've turned the vehicle on. The vehicle is on gas. So if I rev it, let me show you something. Look at it. It's revving fine. Now watch something. This is something I want you guys to see. Remember, it was around 1000 RPM yesterday, and the reason why it's still on 1000 now is because of AC. If I turn the AC off, now this is where it's supposed to be. Compared to yesterday, let me turn off the music. Compared to yesterday, when the vehicle was just as high as what is it called? It was as high as 1000, even without the AC on, right? And sorry, one second. Yeah, well, I disabled the noise cancellation so that you can hear me clearly. So unlike yesterday where the vehicle was around like this, so somewhere around 1000 like this, just on high do, and it's not good like that. So we've rectified that. The vehicle now high does perfectly fine, and I'm going to turn the AC back on now. And here I'm going to turn the AC back on and we'll start driving. So we are currently in the estates and we don't really have plenty places to go. We're just in the estates. We're going to drive around inside of the estates, and I guess it's time we test it. Remember, the former driver actually said that the vehicle, when you're driving it and then you come to an abrupt stop, the vehicle just goes off, or sometimes it lacks power to start back up again. So we're going to drive it now and see how it does. So the AC is on. I'm putting it in reverse. Okay, and here we go. Please don't mind Timothy. Timothy is just learning to do videos. Unlike my brother, he knows what to do. We shall sack Timothy tomorrow. Except you guys beg for Timothy. So, judging from the driving now, the car seems to drive just like petrol now. There is no loss of power of any kind. And I've driven it on petrol, so So I know what I'm saying when I say there is no loss of power of any kind. So just that the only thing is we are going to still recalibrate this vehicle, because at low RPM, when you're on low RPM, there's a small stutter. This thing is almost unnoticeable, but if you are a car person, you will notice it. There's a small tiny stutter during the lower RPM range, which I plan to fix as soon as we get our diagnostics cable. Alright, so with that being said, you can see the vehicle is driving perfectly fine without any issues. So if we're having loss of power, by now I would have felt it, but I can't feel any loss of power. The car seems to be performing smooth and very, very efficiently. So with that being said, I think this is going to be the end of the video. I don't know, it may be, it may not be, but this car has been fixed and it has been rectified. So the only thing that is left now is to just go and pack it and call the company that owns it to come and pick it up. We are back to where we left from, right? This is been a huge blast, and I know some of you that are watching this video that might have converted the vehicle to CNG may be experiencing one issue or the other, and I don't really have anything to say about that. But what I would have said is, if you have somebody else that want to convert, please and please make sure that the places where you guys are going to convert your vehicle, they know what they are doing. If not, you will experience the same problem. If I tell you the amount of money that these people are paying now to rectify this issue now, you're not going to believe it. So it is better you just patronize those that know exactly what they are doing. Don't think that it is because it is. Sometimes you may meet somebody that will charge you something that is expensive and still give you rubbish job. Make sure they know exactly what they are doing and they have record of successful and clean conversion. You don't want to chip out on CNG because your engine may suffer it. Your what's it called? Different thing could happen, right? You could blow yourself up if they did not install the kit right, because of the pressure that is coming from the tank. So with that being said, this is going to be the end of the video, and hope you guys have a good one. Bye bye.